Welcome, everyone, to the Health and Show, an affiliate program of Homeopathy World Community. And we're having a special guest today, Dr. Kalathia from India. He is going to take us through the method that he uses for case taking. I want to also welcome Dr. Deepak Sharma of New Delhi, the Orbits Clinic, Amnon Nissan of Nissan Communications, who is our show producer, all of the folks who are out there today tuning in and visiting with us for 1 hour. We have always good news, and we want to continue good news. That is that homeopathy is in the news. People are seeking it out, and this is definitely a message and signal to me when I see people looking at the Homeopathy World Facebook page and the Homeopathy World page with all of the articles about the concerns of individuals today with the environment, with their nutrition, with their lifestyle, taking responsibility. So one of the posts that I put up is homeopathy is consistently and more frequently in the news because people want to learn more and experience a different approach to self-healing. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to learn a different approach. So just wave hello, and then I will get into a little bit more of the introduction of where you can find Dr. Kalathia and take his classes. So welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Yay, we're so happy to see everyone. Oh,
yeah.
Maybe Amnon will get us into the spirit with something enthusiastic to get us going.
Yippee!
Yep.
You know, a little zip in and a little lift in your life of happiness is going to take us a lot further than if we put on a sour face. So, Dr. Ganshai, help me with your name now. Kalathia. I wanted to say Ganshayam also, has been practicing as a homeopath since 2004 in Ahmedabad, and he is very successful, telling me that between 60-65% of the patients have a full, complete recovery in mind, body, and spirit. That's because he takes a very deep-acting case. He is using the sensation method and is the author of many, many articles. Article about radium bromatum, ergot, the sarcodes, heloderma, the raptors. So we're talking about birds and radioactive elements and all different, and fungus and different things in the many different kingdoms. Now he's going to explain a little bit about that, about how he takes the case and the approach to the kingdoms. You will also be able to find him on Homeo Help Holistic School, where he's been teaching for a year now and learning how you can join that. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about the case-taking method?
Yes. In case taking, before starting our real session, I wish to tell about how I work in homeopathy. In my cases, I work in each and every case. I try to match the exact state of person with our medicine, and that's why I select this today's topic, exact magic of exact match. And it's not new. We all practice this way. We all try to match our patient states or patient symptoms or patient sign and symptoms to the exactly with medicine. But we all have different ways to find out that exact match, right? So in my practice, for finding exact match, I follow little different ways, and the ways are very simple rules to obtain maximum information from patient.
Okay.
For that, yes.
Oh, I thought you paused for a second. So that's why I jumped in there thinking that you were waiting for a response. And I want to remind folks out there, all of our listeners, you can call in to 919-518-9773 if you're in the United States via the phone, or using Skype at computers to the letter K, the word voice, computers 2K voice, or on the chat, and we will take your comments and questions. Okay.
Okay. So, we are talking about these rules. I follow this very simple 3 rules. First is try to explore deepest experience of the person. Second is try to understand his or physical issues. And third is try to understand a person as a general. So first we try to understand for explore a deepest experience. And we all try to explore our case as much as we can, and we do it because we have to find information which is peculiar and most individualistic, right? Otherwise, we have information which is superficial or common, and we fail to find an exact match. So, during case taking, we all have this thing in our mind to explore as much as we can. Of course, we all have different ways and techniques to achieve it, but we all need to go deep and find most individualistic information of the person. This is the motto of all homeopathy, not for me. So it's simple. Now we talk about this second. Try to understand a patient's physical issues. At physical plane, we have to explore it as much as we can and then try to find out peculiarities in them. Our explored peculiarities should be related to peculiar pathology, peculiar locality, peculiar modality, peculiar sensation, peculiar concomitant, mental and physical. I gave you
Can you repeat those again? You're looking for in each patient for when they speak to you or explain their symptoms, you're looking for something that is peculiar to that individual, something in a location on their body. And what else did you say?
And modality.
A modality. And maybe the people who are listening don't know what that is.
Yeah, modality means your complaint is aggravated by something or ameliorated by something. Or
affected by something.
Yeah, and by some certain ways you feel better. That we call modality. Then sensation. Along with your complaint, you feel something in your body by your 5 senses. That we call sensation, right? So that is sensation. And concomitant. Concomitant means associated complaint. Suppose I have a complaint I have a headache in my head, and associated with headache I have also constipation. So headache is a main complaint, but associated complaint is constipation. And when we try to understand this constipation, then we have its unique pattern. That uniqueness is important for us to select a remedy. Same way, with this complaint, they feel something, they believe something, they perceive something. That perceivance gives us mental symptoms that also are concomitant. So this way, we find out peculiar symptoms at physical level. And this way, this physical picture becomes very clear.
Okay.
And for that, we have to understand 4 T's. We have to see the present symptoms, prominent symptoms, peculiar symptoms at physical level. So this is a physical issue. Yes.
Okay, so prominent and peculiar symptoms at the physical level and all the associated concomitants, the things that are happening at the same time that people say, oh, I've had that. It doesn't have anything to do with this, the problem that I have today. But you're still looking at it as there must be some kind of a link because it's holistic approach and the body is talking to us. Okay.
Yeah. Now, third thing is try to understand a person as a general. This is most important and very crucial section of the history taking. We have to understand the deepest altered pattern of the patient, but in all cases, we cannot able to explore till the very deep level, we call it sensation level. Then what we have to do? But in each and every cases, we have some unique personality, some unique way to express their issues, and for that they have very prominent emotions, or they have very prominent fears, or they have very prominent dreams, or they have very prominent causative factors, or they have very prominent interest and hobby, or very prominent sensation. If we try to understand these areas, then we get the idea about that person's personality, and then we find out that who is sitting in front of us. And this way, we get the idea about person as a general. Okay? But one more thing we have to understand about patient, and that is we have to understand a person's personality, person as a whole. I give you examples. We have to understand that is he a talkative, is he very sensitive, is he very obedient, is he very obstinate, is he very timid or shy, is he idiot, is he childish, is he irritating, is he proudy or egoistic, or is he having very high self-esteem. And this way we get idea that who is sitting in front of us. And for that we have to choose a specific symptoms or specific rubrics, and this way we get on a specific remedy. And this way we find out exact match. Not only one way, but you have to find this exact match at least with two ways: physical, general, and a person as a whole. So at least you have to understand a person on more than two or at least two ways, and this way you find exact match. And after finding exact match, you have 100% confidence on your prescription, and you have consistent result one after another.
So you're saying that you need to understand the patient on at least two levels. And I was just thinking that very often you triangulate. I mean, in physics and nature, that do you not need 3 points?
Yeah, you have to understand two, then more. But some cases, this 3 is not possible. So at least 2 should be you have to understand.
Minimum. Okay.
Minimum.
Okay. Okay, so
and
go ahead.
At general level, because I am practicing sensation method, so at general understanding of person, we have to understand his sensation, his kingdom, his sub-kingdom, and his Maya. And that we try to understand in one live case.
What did you say after sub-kingdom?
Yeah, a sub-kingdom means you these plants have different families, like a banyan tree family or a rubber family.
Rubber family. So, and then what? So you have sensation, kingdom, sub-kingdom, and did you say something after that? Then the specific species?
Miasm.
Miasm. Okay. I didn't hear that.
Dr. Kalatia, we are just interrupt you. sorry again, but many of the person on the show are very new to homeopathy, and they just want to know about how we diagnose it's a prominent symptom or it's a peculiar symptom. What is the difference
Yes.
between these two terms? Because it's a very new term for the newcomers.
Peculiar symptoms that I understand as if symptoms or anything which is out of context, out of order, out of place. Suppose you
Okay.
have an abdominal pain and that pain is aggravated when you lie on abdomen. That is peculiar because every patient are not relieve your pain during your lying on abdomen. That is why it's peculiar, right? So in
Okay.
each and every level, at fear, at dreams, at delusion, your thoughts is peculiar, belongs to you. Nobody in world had that issue. It's only unique to you that we see in each and every cases. That we call peculiar, out of context. Till
Okay.
this life, we cannot see this kind of thing in entire life of our practice. That is peculiar. Nobody can talk about that.
Right. This really does help us to narrow down a simillimum or a matching energetic remedy homeopathically, because if everybody says I have the flu and they're all common symptoms of being weak or tired and coughing or sneezing or whatever it is, that's not going to narrow it down enough to find the particular remedy that's going to work for the individual. Maybe it's a little bit different with influenza, which is a contagious disease epidemic on an epidemic level, but something like somebody who has a migraine. This is
Yes.
not through a community. A migraine is something particular to an individual based on certain stresses that they have, whether they're not eating properly regularly, or they have stress at home or at work, or the time of day, or their migraines happen periodically, either every 7 days or every 14 days. That's unusual, and it's those are the types of things that a homeopath will pick up on as signs and symptoms of, well, let's look a little closer at this. So,
Yes,
It's
here is one more type of symptoms, and that is the associated symptoms.
yeah.
right.
And the associated symptom is that symptom that have a different origin of the different system. Like whenever you have a headache, you just pass urine more and more. This is a associated symptom. The disease, the basic symptom is on the head, but it alternate or aggravate or ameliorate with the different system. That is called the associate symptom.
Yeah.
Is this the same as concomitant, or is associated something different?
Yes,
I think it's
and concomitant.
same
It's
same
almost
like
about same.
concomitant.
It's
Okay.
it's almost about same.
Okay. So let's see to our case. I wish to present you a case,
Okay.
and by this way I wish to convey you that how to perceive this exact match.
Okay.
So let's enjoy this case.
We're going to do a little drama,
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm going to be the patient.
and
And
I'm doctor.
Dr. Kalathia, I have come into your office, and I am playing the role of a 22-year-old male. So I'm a lot younger than I really am in real life. So, and I'm coming in with
Yeah.
vomiting, with a lot of gastric disturbance. I've had it for one whole year. And so you want to start with the first question? What would a first question be at the doctor's office?
Yes, tell about your all problems.
Okay, so it's just like very open-ended. He'll just say, tell me something. Okay,
Yeah.
it's whenever I start to eat anything, I really feel like I have to vomit. I've been doing this for 1 whole year, and I don't eat very much. I just make breakfast, and the vomiting is really become quite normal for me since even I was a child, and now I'm 22 years old. I have to vomit now and every time, and I don't have any pain, and I don't have any trouble during the vomiting. It's just auto-flowing. I mean, after vomiting, I have nothing. I don't have any pain. Generally, I have the vomiting. It happens in the morning because in the morning I feel a little bit uneasy.
What is uneasiness? What do you feel exactly in uneasiness?
Uneasiness, I mean, like when I wake up and I rise up from the bed, then I feel a little bit of anxiety. It's in my chest and it's in my abdomen. And sometimes I have to vomit, and sometimes I only just have nausea. I just feel like vomiting. Mostly when I have the sensation of vomit, then I stay on the sofa.
How you stay on sofa?
I will show you how I lie on the sofa. Basically, I lie on the sofa. I fold my knees up. You can't see me. But I fold my knees up, and if I stay in that position, like wrapped up like that, for about 10 or 15 minutes, then I don't have to vomit. And so I try this method every day in the morning. After I rise up from the bed, I just sit in the corner on the sofa in this position with my knees in between, and I try to control the nausea and the vomit. And I've shown this to so many doctors. They tell me I just have tension, and then it's in my head. Oh, we have a caller. Even though, he said, in other words, the doctors don't understand what I'm explaining to them about my position. And I understand right now I'm going to break on the drama. Somebody's calling in. They hung up. Okay, we'll continue. Okay, so do you understand? I mean, the doctors don't know what to make of this, the position that I'm in.
Yeah, I understand very well. So, what you feel when you have this tension? You have tension. A doctor explained that you have this tension, and because of tension, you have this vomiting and nausea. So, I wish to know that what is the tension. So, tell me what you feel when you have this tension.
I'll have to think about this a little bit. Right now, I have nothing to worry about. But about 2 years ago, I've had a lot of issues in my business, and I didn't have a job, and also in the family, we have a lot of money issues. So these things, they make my mind, they cause me a lot of tension. I believe that we lost our business because of my hurried nature. Sometimes I want to do a lot of things with proper planning.
Okay, so tell about those days tension when you have this business issues.
Yeah, I was just telling you about that. I'm really, before we had a really good business, and I tried to make them grow very fast, and we succeeded, and we got a little bit, but then after we had really tremendous, a bad economy like it is today in the world, so I'm not able to pay my debts back to the bank over all of the company. And so we went into very bad economic condition, and we lost all the things. Whatever we had, we lost everything. And I tried to gain them again. And I know that I have the capacity to do it, but right now my body cannot support me to do it. And it was really, that whole issue was a violent blow on me and the whole family.
Okay, so how these business issues affect you as a general?
Well, I was trying to explain that it really affected me. For some days, I couldn't even believe that we lost our business. It was a really big shock to me. In particular, we received a very big blow from where we never expected it. After 2 months, I made a decision to obtain good positions once again, And within a year, we did achieve our goal again. Now we have a good position. Not exactly as good as we had, but we hope that we will make it possible again to be where we were. I don't know
Okay.
if that explains anything about my business or about how it affected me.
Okay. So tell me, what is your experience of that very bad 2 months? I want to know your state during that very bad 2 months.
Right. I did have 2 really bad 2 months. It was the worst part of my life. Thank God, so that I recovered very fast. Otherwise, it would take over my whole self. In those days, I didn't have any interest in anything, and I had a lot of anxiety and a lot of worries and how I could manage all of this. I wanted to come out of the bad situation very quickly. I don't know how. I lost my mind very easily. I lose it very easily, even with the smallest and minutest disturbances. If anything does not happen according to my wishes, then I really, I get really furious. In those days, I didn't want to do anything. Even sometimes I didn't even get out of my bed. I very rarely even got out of my bed in those 2 months. Nothing like I do, and every single thing annoys me.
Okay. So how this everything annoying you?
Yes, everything annoys me. I don't have any interest in anything, and I just can't get out of bed. And all of my relatives came to our whole house to see us. I didn't like it. I really didn't like to have anybody come to see us. At one hand, we're in a bad situation, and others are coming to my house, and they try and make it a worse situation. I don't know. I don't like to meet anybody. I keep telling that to my wife. And it was as if you fall into a pit. So everybody will say, "You poor little soul on you. You never come out of your pit." That's because I didn't get out of bed. I just I couldn't get out.
So when these people are coming your home, then how do you feel at that time?
Yeah, like I was telling you, I don't like anybody to come. I feel as if I try to drink my cup of tea, and suddenly a fly would drop in it, and the cup, as if the cup is near my lips, and the fly would come and go into my tea, and I would lose all interest in my cup of tea. I wouldn't drink it.
Oh no!
Oh my, yes, that's exactly how I feel. And
Yes.
you're very, it's a very bad way. Instead of helping you or make you, the people there would make me feel like I was in more trouble, and I would get disturbed from having them.
You feel disturbed?
Yes, I'd be disturbed, doctor. You forget. I try to forget everything, but it comes time to time, and I try to remind you that you lost your business, and then what do you feel? I lost my mind. I'm really angry from the inside, but in a condition where I'm not able to express it. I'm not able to, I guess, tell anybody or show it.
Okay, I cannot understand how you feel disturbed. So please explain it again.
You keep asking me the same questions, and it's so disturbing. It's really annoying. I give you an example, and like you're eating something regularly, smoothly, and then suddenly you realize that when you bite into it, you have a little stone in it. When you make lentils or rice or something, and they didn't clean it out, and I bite into it. My mind goes really, really fast, and I really get heated up.
Okay, understand.
You do?
Now tell about yeah. Now tell about your dreams.
I actually have a lot of dreams. I'm in a hurry in my dreams. Like I have to go to a corporate meeting and like stock market or something, and I'm really have to hurry and reach the place. I have to finish my work very, very fast because we have a company audit and an inspection, and I have to collect the money from the employees because I have to add them I have to put them into the bank. Otherwise, our check will bounce. And we have a very big penalty and another big loss. I'm always on the move, and I never take a rest. I don't know if I'm comfortable in the dream or not.
Okay, now forget your dreams. Now tell me, what is comfortable position for you?
My most comfortable position in life is when I don't have any worries about money and I have a smooth life. I never wish to have so many ups and downs in my life. Really.
Okay, thank you so much. So this is the case.
Wow, that was
Now,
quick.
yeah, it's very excellent conversation. So now we have to understand an entire case on these three planes: a physical issue, person as a general, and personality of the person. So let's see everything one by one. First, we see the physical issue. I give you one sentence from the case. Whenever I start to eat anything, I had vomit. So I select these rubrics from complete repertory: stomach, vomiting, general, eating, aggravation after. See in this paper: food eating after, vomit, food eating after immediately.
I think
And then, yeah, it's we can read it.
You can't read it? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay, I tried.
And second
It's
sentence,
really annoying.
I don't have any pain or any trouble during vomiting. It's just auto flowing. So vomiting, general, easy. Then third sentence, generally I had vomit in the morning because in the morning I feel little bit uneasiness. Vomiting, general, morning. Vomiting, general, waking on, and anxiety in arising on morning. So I select these three rubrics. Then another sentence, when I rise up from the bed, then I feel little bit anxiety in my chest and abdomen. So sometimes I had vomit or sometimes I had only nausea. So I took the rubric mind, anxiety, morning, abdomen, anxiety in rising on morning, mind, anxiety, chest in, mind, anxiety, chest in morning, mind, anxiety, pressure, stomach in, mind, anxiety, stomach rising from, mind, anxiety, waking up. Then another, mostly when I had sensation of vomit, then I stay stealthily on the sofa. After rising up from the bed, just sit in the corner of sofa in this position, in specific position, and I control the nausea and vomiting. So I took these two rubrics, vomiting.
Okay, so you're focusing in on the vomiting because that's his chief complaint, and the fact that it's happening in the morning each time. Oh, we've lost him. No? Yeah. Okay, so it seems hopefully he will be reconnected in a moment. In the meantime, we're going through and I hear the folks out there are saying that there's a problem with the webinar not being perfectly clear right now. So send us some feedback, or if anybody wants to call in and talk with us at 919-518-9773 or on Skype at Computers 2K Voice. Somebody called in earlier. If anybody wants to call in again, we are doing the skit of an actual client, a patient who had this problem of continually vomiting every single morning. Dr. Calathia, have you returned back? No? Okay. So basically, he takes a lot of rubrics, it appears to me, both on the physical level and the mental level. about the anxiety that he has. And he has to put together the actual physical symptom. He's not just taking how a person feels. He's actually inputting into the repertory, the symptom collection of symptoms, the physical aspect as a prime issue. And he also was looking at what it is that helps the person feel better, what relieves them from the discomfort, or as the person was trying to say, he's trying to control the nausea and the vomiting by sitting in this particular position. So one of the rubrics he put in was vomiting general on motion. So it seems that the person was sitting in that particular position to stay still. That was one of the things. And
Okay.
right? Okay, he's back with us. So this is a clue for all of the homeopaths out there, worse on motion. A lot of people may have even figured it out.
Today's thing.
Go ahead. So we are up to...
Okay. So these are the symptoms which is related to his physical issue. So we get that idea that he has to stand still, sit this way, and by this way he stop vomiting in the morning after rising in the bed. So we have to understand that this is the issue at physical level. Now we have to understand a person as a whole. So I read these sentences from the case. We have a lot of issues in the business, and also we have a lot of money issues. So I took the rubrics: anxiety, business about, anxiety, money matters about. And second sentence, now I believe that we lost our business because of my hurried nature. Sometimes I want to do a lot of things without proper planning. So talk hasty, elements from hurry. It's from mental.
Okay.
And third sentence, we go into very bad economic condition and we lost all the things, whatever we have. So I took the rubrics, mind, elements from business, failure. Another sentence, but after 2 months I make decision to obtain good position once again, and within 1 year we achieve our goal again. So I take rubric, mind, courageous. Another sentence, I lost my mind very easily even in minutest disturbances. If anything not happen according to my wish, then I get very furious. So I take rubric, anger, violent. I feel as if I try to eat up my tea of cup and suddenly fly drop in it. So
I don't
understand.
I don't understand how you got the one for courageous. Where did you get courageous from?
Yes, I agree. He lost his business, and from that he have to rise up very fast. So he has lot of courage. He do lot of activities to gain his position again, and that's why I take this rubric, courageous. He has lot of courage. He has lot of energy to gain this thing again. Are you getting me?
I probably would never have found that ever. I would think, he's, you mean maybe from the fact that he was lying in the bed and depressed and couldn't get out? I think of
within these 2 months, he is lying at bed and not wish to disturb, but after 2 months he become a very courageous, and he also gain his good position within 1 year. But this physical issues is not gone. It's nausea and vomiting. So he wished to take treatment with me, and that's why within 1 year even he gained lot of in his business, and that's why I took this rubric, courageous.
Okay. And then he would say he lost his mind. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah. How would we look up? I would think feels like they're going crazy, lost their mind. What do you think?
So it's anger, violent. I took the rubric, anger, violent.
But
I lost the
he
mind
didn't
because
express. He didn't
I'm
express.
very angry
Yeah.
on relatives who come at my home
Yeah.
at that time. So at that time, lost my mind as if some fly is coming in my tea of cup,
Yeah.
a cup of tea, or I have a stone in my bite. So another sentence, I have a lot of dreams and always I was in hurry in my dreams, like I have to go in the corporate meeting so hurriedly and I reached to the place. So I take these rubrics, business talk of mind dreams, business of mind dreams, business of anxious. Another sentence, how your mind goes very fast. I like that I feel. So I take this rubric, anger, face, color, red. At that time, I observe that during talking this sentence, his face become completely red. And that's why I take this rubric. I always, I was
Is,
in mood and
is
yes,
this common today? I mean, we're in a world situation where the economy is collapsing, and
yeah.
everybody is concerned about unemployment, or losing their job, feeding their family, making it through each day. I mean, is this not common, or why would you choose this particular thing about he talks of business?
No, up before and after. He believes that because of his very hurried nature, he lost the business. This is one thing. This is very peculiar from the case. Second thing, since the very first day, he is only thinking about this business and money matter. Even right now, he don't have any issue regarding that business failure. But still he is thinking about that business and this failure and how he is coming from it. Third thing, he feel and he perceive these issues as if some fly coming in the cup and he get disturbed. Are you getting me? You are going very smoothly and at that time you have a sudden disturbance.
A disturbance. So you're trying to put together all these pieces. He's going along smoothly and something disturbs or interrupts, and then he gets angry and upset
I'm
and
getting
anxious.
he perceives.
I mean, I don't, some people would
So
say,
become a
that you're
restless.
doing, I'm sorry. Some people would say, oh, you're doing the sensation method. He's talking about a fly. He must need a fly remedy. But you're not
No,
going there at all.
because I perceive that he is feeling as if everything is affecting him. Are you getting me? And I find out that there is very specific sensation, and that is disturbing, annoying. And its opposite is very smooth, very calm, without disturbance. So one sensation and its opposite is a plant. Second thing, everything is affecting me. I'm very sensitive and everything is affecting me. And that's why I choose the remedy from plant kingdom. Now we think for sub-kingdom, this disturbance and annoying is a sensation of the Violelli family. And he wished to come, he perceived as if this everything is crisis and wish to come from it very fast. If I am not coming very fast from these all issues, then I will be finished. And this is Stafford Miser. I want to come from very fast. Otherwise, I will be finished. And if I come very fast, then I am in comfortable position. I am all right. This way, he perceived this entire scenario. Are you getting me? But this is one way. The entire case is also true on the basis of our traditional homeopathy.
Can you tell us some of the corresponding? Do you know the corresponding remedies in this plant family and maybe explain a little bit the different miasm?
Yeah, in this Biololi families, we have well-known another remedy, and that is colocin. It's well-known remedy using in this abdominal pain, and they also sit this way without disturbances. Knee and elbows touch with each other, bend, and this is the main symptoms of this colocin. We all know that, but their issues are different. They perceive the circumstances differently because colocin is fall in malaria miasm. So you feel that this all the things are harassing me. They are coming one after another. One is completed and another comes. One is completed and another comes. They are coming periodically. This disturbance is so I get harassed from them.
Oh, okay.
This way they perceive. So each remedy perceive this situation of disturbance and annoying according to their state, their miasm. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm listening. So, whatever plant one of the main themes of this plant family is that things are disturbing and annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I read another sentence. Always I was in move and never take rest and move and have comfortable position in my dream. So I took these rubrics: restlessness, busy. Mind dreams, busy being. Mind quite wants to be. And I repetize this all rubrics and I find out Brahmya. And we all know that Brahmya is a very good remedy for business failures. They always talk about business. They talk very fast. They are very angry when they sit very quietly in sofa and they feel admiration. So this way everything get connected. His physical issue, his mental issue, his state, himself as a general, this everything get connected.
Everything is a crisis?
It's everything is not crisis, but everything get connected. In his physical issue, if you put this all rubrics in repertory, then you have first remedy is Brahmya. Are you getting me? And this selected mental rubrics, if you put in repertory, then first medicine is Brahmya. And if you read Materia Medica, then you have this all the
okay. So if we
I'm reading Materia Medica.
Okay, please repeat.
Yeah.
Please repeat it. We lost 1 second back there.
What?
We
lost
what you said.
Yeah, we lost you. So go ahead and repeat what you just said.
Okay. So connection problem. So this way we see connection everywhere. Are you hearing me?
We're looking at the connection. Are you annoyed? Are we losing business?
So it's we have a rainy days, so connection problem. Now I'm reading remedy Brahmya from different Materia Medica, and I should choose first Materia Medica is all of remedies by Dr. Rajan Sankaran. I read it. In my experience, the main feeling of Brahmya is the feeling of a loss, which has to be made up very fast. So our case also feel the loss. I am in a very loss and I want to come out of it very fast. Another, one of the commonest way of making up a loss is by business. Here you invest what you have, take risks and try to increase your wealth. The concentration is totally on business. So much so that the Brahmya person talks and dreams of business. And in delirium, we'll mention what money has to be put where and what business translation has to be completed. So this way the business take over entire life. Are you getting me?
I think everybody is getting you. I think everybody needs a little dose of bryonia today. I
Yeah.
mean, but maybe you can explain a little bit the differences in how people will respond to such a situation if the person is not in a bryonia state, and they have a loss in this bankruptcy, or they have a loss in their finances or in their business. What are other ways that, I mean, I think this is a beautifully presented case. The physical level, the mental level, the emotional level, and all of the things that are happening. But just as an idea, another way that
Yes.
a person could respond to this situation in their life.
Yes, I have another case just 15 days ago, and I prescribed Somika, also well-known business failure. They are partners, and partners are not honest with him, and they have finally business failure. And he perceived as if these things are not going out of his mind. And when he heard first time that my partner is not with me, then he feels shocked. So this is another thing. Logonesis family. Logonesis people feel a shock, as if this is a shock, big blow on me. I cannot believe it. Even for 3 months he is not believe that he is in loss. Everything is staying still. After 1 year, this all the issues are staying in his mind. They are not coming out of his mind. And that's why I selected Nurse Bhumika, which is also from typhoid myasm, as like Brahmanya, because he wished to also come out of these issues very fast. Doctor, do something, otherwise I may die. This is very big blow for me. And even he go to different 20 doctors in 1 year.
Wow.
Different doctors, homeopath, allopath, but he wished to come out of this situation very fast. So this is the same pace as like this case. That case is exactly look like Brahmanya, but he perceived as if the issue is a big shock for him. And that's why I select a remedy from Logonesis family, another family. One another case I have where they have a business failure, and I select a Calcaria muriatica, and they feel totally differently this issue. They assess this business failure, and very slowly they try to come out of it. They perceive this business failure totally, completely differently. Another case, I have a business failure where I prescribed eagle, hiatus, and their issues are totally differently.
Can you repeat that? Say that again. It's what?
It's hiatus, leucocephalus, hiatus, leucocephalus, eagle, bald eagle. You know that remedy, bald eagle?
Oh,
It's
bald
from
eagle.
America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So this is the way we have to perceive the real state of person, rather than the superficial symptom that the business failure you put. Otherwise, you select only true remedies in all business failure cases. Rani and Naksomika.
Okay,
Are you
so
getting me?
yes, so even though people in the world could be having a similar life situation where they have a loss in business and they're thinking about business, they want to be in a better place, in a better position, they might then require a different homeopathic remedy just not just because of their life situation, it's how they respond to it on the physical, emotional, and mental levels, with the concomitants associated symptoms and periodicity and modalities, what they're better or worse from. All of those things will help you to determine whether they need a plant, mineral, or animal remedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So finally, I wish to read the references from Natural History of Brahnia alba. That is white Brahnia. I read these sentences from Wikipedia. White Brahnia or white Brahnia, a genus of flowering plant in the cucumber family. And another sentence, outside of its native range, this vine is often a very aggressive, invasive weed. It can produce 3 vines at a time, which each grow up to 15 centimeters per day. How they are aggressively growing. Are you getting me? As like our patient, he wished to grow very fast in the business, and finally he lost the business. And after loss also he wished to grow again very violent, as like this Brahnia in the nature. Once this Brahnia established, it will climb other plants and trees as well as fences and buildings, and blocking the sun and even rain from its source. So they are very aggressive to grow and aggressive to establish themselves. And this is we see exactly in our case. So this is the way we find the exact match. At each and every level you can confirm the remedy, and finally you make the prescription.
Can I ask a question about this particular young man who's 22? And when I read the case, I felt as if he did not express the anger. It seemed as if he couldn't get out of bed. He kind of locked himself away. He felt anger. He felt violent, and the vomiting was continual. But I don't know, was he violent or aggressive toward the other people around him? Was this something that came out? I'm wondering, is Bryonia a person who will suppress their anger or not?
No, the Brahnia people never suppress the anger, but we have to understand the Indian culture. In Indian culture, we are not able to angry on our guest. We have a lot of value of our guest, and particularly when guest coming to the home, at that time he is not talking with the guest, and because he feared that if he become a very angry on the guest, then they lost the reputation in society, and that's why he suppresses his anger in particular situation. But at home, at company, he is very aggressive and very angry when the issues are not completed on time, because he is a very hurried man. So if anything is not completed on time, or anything disturbing him time to time, if he is doing one work and if his colleague give him another work, at that time he become very furious. So suppression is not issue here.
Okay. And you know what? I was just thinking, Bryonia, we sometimes call them the bear in the morning, that they wake up and they're like growling. And so his symptoms really appeared in the morning when he got out of bed. This is a clue to his time. Do you have? Oh, we're out of time. We're out of time. It's been a whole hour, and I want to thank you so much. This has been very enlightening. We've learned a lot and really gone into depth about the homeopathic remedy Bryonia. I hope people really have gained a lot of insight into the case-taking method and how Dr. Kalathia puts together the classical plus the sensation, understanding how he has to narrow down to the kingdom, whether it's plant, mineral, or animal, subkingdom, and the miasm, which we touched upon. For further learnings with Dr. Galathia, you can go to Homeo Help Holistic School. You can find him on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Go to the page on Homeopathy World Community where there are some direct links to his work. I want to thank Dr. Sharma for sitting in with us and being our support in India along with Dr. Galathia. And also to Ruman, who is in the chat for posting notes and being the producer of Dr. Galathia's show programs. What's coming up?
Yeah.
Wednesday, I'm going to have a very special program with Dr. Ellen Cutler on digestive enzymes on Blog Talk Radio. It's amazing who you meet on Twitter, and all you have to do is tweet somebody and they respond, and then you have a whole new show going on. On Thursday, we're going to have Alan Phillips talking about vaccinations and your rights. And we also have current events and news about the vaccine issues. I also love to throw in information about Monsanto, Big Pharma, and corruption in the world. We have to fight against it, and then, or at least talk amongst ourselves and contact your legislators to see that we are protecting each other on the planet. Let's see, next week, I want to look up and see, we're going to have a show next Monday as well, and it is going to be, I have to search it out, it's going to be Dr. Sadiji talking about diabetes and homeopathy. I know that is his specialty, and he probably has a lot to teach us about homeopathy, how it does cure and relieve this epidemic disease. Dr. Deepak Sharma, do you have some words for us today?
Yes, it was great to hear by Dr. Kalatia. He is using the Dr. Rajan Shankaran's miasmatic theory of the on the typhoid and the malaria miasm, and it is really good to hear about the Naxomic and mania also. But we have lot of things in the case taking. It's basically a art. You cannot teach by the theory. It's a art by which you can take a whole case in a different way. So it's a art.
Yeah.
And some people have perfected it. Dr. Kalathia, do you want to say something to the listeners today?
Yeah. I think I have to continue the talk of Deepak Sharma, because the case taking is totally an art, and without learning them, without practicing them, you cannot gain that art. It's totally an art, and for that, with the help of my dear friend Ruman and Homeo Health Holistic School, we are planned to explain this every issue step by step and teach them each and every technique of case taking, and try to make them understand that why you have to ask this question and what is the next question you have to ask your patient, how you understand these physical issues, how you understand that mental and that general personality issue, and how you conclude the entire case according to sensation method. So this way we are going to teach them entire way of case taking along with understanding of all materia medica, all three kingdoms, plant, mineral and animals, and all other sub kingdoms, insects, spider and everything in animals, all plant families, all mineral rows and series, and this way people gain lot of knowledge and practical experience along with us. So for that we have a plan to establish a course, entire course for 3-4 months, and in which I provide them all experience, and along with we gave them guidelines in their own personal cases, and even we have planned to take their own case in which they get failed, and for their own case we show that because of this you are not understanding this issue, and because of this issue you get failed. And this way we have entire planning to launch our this new course at our Homeo Health Holistic School for entire world, not only Bulgarian student, but for student of entire world.
Well, we're wishing
this
you
spring.
much success, and we will get the word
Okay,
out for
thank you.
you. So,
Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
definitely.
much.
everybody have sunny
Thank you.
skies. Stay cool. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
You are tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. Our weekly lineup of call-in programs includes Computers 2K Now with Amnon Nissan, Sundays 9 a.m. till noon. Carrie's Psychic Cafe with Carrie Silkowski, Sundays 8 till 9 p.m. Health In with Debbie Bruck, Mondays 11 a.m. till noon. Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon, Mondays 8 till 9 p.m. Reawaken Your Brilliance with Julie Seibert, Wednesdays 9 till 10 p.m. And if you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it at www.nissancommunications.com. Sponsored by thatvidblasterguy.com, carolinaapparel.com, and deltaforce.net.